Hey, so we saw Branded.
Saw Branded? Fuck you! This movie sucks! This whole fucking plot sucks!
It was about a lot of things. It was about cows. It was about advertisement. It was about Lenin and revolution. It was about, like, giant magic brand creatures that attacked each other for, like, 15 minutes in a motherfucking montage. Yeah,
Oh, really? That's what you took from this movie?
Yes.
Oh.
It was about, but more than anything else, it was about cows.
Yes, we should.
Okay, I feel like I should just go about this, like, chronologically. Like, I should go about this chronologically. The first thing that happens is that a little kid who's dreaming looks up into the sky, and, a cow's head appears.
A space cow.
And a space cow appears. And then he's struck by lightning. Because that makes sense.
Now, here's the weird part about the opening sequence that really gets me. The kid is basically saying, I'm number 159, I'm number 159. We never find out what the fuck this little asshole is the number 159 for, but apparently he was stargazing, the little shit. And then, apparently, as he's running down, a lightning bolt strikes him square in the ass, and he doesn't fucking die! I don't know why, but what really amazes me is there's this random old lady who we never see in the rest of the movie. She's like, well, son, it looks like you're gonna have an interesting life.
Well, you've been blessed by the magic lightning bolt from the ass of the sacred cow.
But wait, that's the first 10 minutes. That's not even remotely related to this fucking plot, except for the space cow, which I'll get into later. The real part of this movie is that the main character, Mika, is an advertisement agent who didn't even realize he was a good advertisement agent until he made a random ass stand become a huge liquor store, I believe.
Like, and at that point, I was wondering, was this supposed to be serious? Was this being played up as a comedy? Because there's just this running, like, there's this running narration to it, and it all seems to be played up till comedy. Like, there was this one part where they say, So rule number 1, specialize. Rule number 2, advertise. Rule number 3,
don't paid up front.
Get paid up front. Yeah, and like it seemed like, okay, this is a comedy. I'm supposed to see weird shit, and then we magically okay, he's like working for a company for what was the name of the guy?
I don't know, but let me tell you this: the head of the company he works for,
in the beginning.
Stop. The head of the company he's working for in the beginning is the grandpa from Arrested Development, and I don't know who that guy is, but he was also in The Hangover. But here's the weird thing:
wasn't he also in Community?
No, that's Chevy Chase in Community.
Shit. He looks like Chevy Chase.
He does, actually. I'm amazed. Here's what happens. Turns out this guy is a 30-year advertisement agent executive. But not only that, he's a corporate spy that works for the CIA. And what amazes the hell out of me is that Micah actually says to me this. He says, I'm not a spy. I'm a historian.
And then his investor gets shot.
And then his fucking investor... We're jumping ahead, but let me...
Yeah, and there's also this love interest who seems to only exist to, sort of keep him on track and to give him some sort of inspiration to help the world. She's just sort of this thing used to motivate the player, and that's all her character is just used for. And if you're gonna include a romance subplot, it has to contribute more to the story than that.
Maybe you should actually tell them more about the story than analytical shit. And
and then after that, he got caught like fucking her
in the car.
In the middle of goddamn traffic.
Yeah, this was one of the best moments I saw in the movie. Is that the boss actually is driving in a car in a fucking rush hour traffic, and then all of a sudden,
yeah,
the guy is basically looking out the window, and
Yeah.
he sees his niece fucking.
Yeah.
Which, all of a sudden, I'm thinking to myself, why? What, did you mean to tell me that you're driving down a car, he was calling the motherfucker as well.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, Mika, how you doing? Oh my god, Penny, what are you doing? Like, he doesn't want his niece in this country, so...
Yeah.
Fucking his best agent is not gonna be a good part, but that's not really the part that really pisses me off. This is like 20 minutes in. But when we hit that, but about 30 minutes in, this is when the stupid shit starts happening, and I swear to God, I'm going to chop the fucking dick off of the guy who wrote this movie. I'm gonna force him to eat, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, you know what, the fucking brands made me do it.
Yeah.
Here's the main bad guy subplot. There's this random ass island in the Peloponnesian Gulf Coast, wherever the fuck that is.
And it's supposed to be led by some sort of investors of the fast food industry or some shit.
No. What happened? No, that's not it. What happened is that.
Hang on, my thumb's in the shot.
Okay, you can't even hold a camera, right?
Cynical.
So this is what happened. The island is owned by this guru of marketing, who says, "Gentlemen, there is nothing I can do for traditional advertisement, but there is something I would like to have a proposal for. Of course, if you do this will be highly illegal, and it will cost millions and millions of dollars." And they're all basically like, okay, sure, let's break the law for a bunch of money.
Basically, their big illegal plan is to basically make fat sexy.
And you want to know how they do this? No, I'm serious here. The amount of shit they pull off to make this fucking plan work, it would make... This would make a Bond villain say, okay, you're going over the top with this. Here's his plan. They don't actually use the names of anything in this movie. They use, like, really, really, really obvious fake names. Like Apple is Yerple, I think they call it.
Yeah, they called it Yerple, and then there's Big Burger.
No, they don't even call it Big Burger, they just call it The Burger.
Yeah, they call it The Burger. It's obviously McDonald's.
Yeah, okay. This is the plan. Micah and his his fuck buddy, let's be honest here, they're not in a relationship. Micah just fucks her.
Yeah.
Basically, they're coming up with this idea to create this extreme makeover type show for the Russian market. And basically, Micah and his fuck buddy say,
let's take this fat girl.
Yeah, let's take this fat girl. Okay. The director, the showrunner, the person who wants to make the show is in on this whole plan. Basically, what they're going to say is, let's take a fat girl, let's put her in this show, let's give her a bunch of surgery, let's put her in a fucking coma, and then let's just say, what was wrong with her? She didn't need to be in a coma. She was perfectly fine and fat as anyone else in the world.
The whole point of putting her in a coma was to make people, like, afraid of fat. Not afraid. No, they were supposed to be afraid of thin. It was supposed to disillusion people from, trying so hard to be thin, and you should just be fat. This was part of their big evil plan to manipulate the media.
And
in order to do...
And then this is really, really fucking stupid on the main character's part. Micah actually goes to his boss and says, "You did this. You did all of this." And his boss basically points out why it can't be him. He says, look, to do all of this, it would take a massive amount of money. A master assassin. It would take time and effort. And Micah's reasoning for him doing this is because he didn't want his niece to be in the country.
And that makes sense because Micah's kind of a dick.
Micah's not a dick, he's a fucking idiot! But that's...
Alright, and then Micah feels so guilty about this, he becomes a shepherd.
That whole second... And
then his fuck buddy finds her.
Yeah, and then basically he's like, well, what are you doing out here?
Well, I feel guilty. I put that woman in a coma, and I feel bad about it. Well, you can't be a fucking shepherd. And so, his response to this is the sane part of the movie. He gets a dream. He gets a dream that commands him to create this altar, to create this, to create this fucking altar, and then, like, when the sun hits a certain point, a white cow in his flock will turn red, and then he's supposed to sacrifice the cow on the altar, mix its ashes with water, and dump it on himself. And that will fix his problem.
Did I forget to mention that he also had to burn the altar as well?
Yeah, he burned the altar.
You know, wait, I want to point something out here.
It's all well shot, it's well acted.
No, not that. This movie doesn't get any fucking credit from me. I don't care if it looked good. I don't care if it was imaginative. The reason that this movie pisses me off, and I swear to fucking God Almighty that this is what pisses me off the most. The whole time they're really just trying to say this. Companies are evil. Companies are going to do all this shit to you, and they're going to fuck you up because they want your money.
Hey, here's sort of the message that I took away from this.
No, I'm not done. I'm just pausing.
Okay.
But here's the damn thing. I look at this movie, and I don't even fucking see the damn stupid stuff that they're pulling off here. What I'm seeing is this. Micah is fucking crazy. That's what I'm taking from this movie. He's crazy. He basically sees these stupid, idiotic brand demons that only he can see. He's killing cows. We don't even know where he got the fucking cows. Did you see whoever he bought those cows from?
Why would you need a shepherd in modern day? Why would you need a shepherd to move cows?
Oh, wait.
In the 21st fucking century when we have trucks?
No, wait, George, you forgot the really stupid part in the middle.
Yeah.
Where they're like, where literally the evil conglomerate people are like, well, we want some fat person in Moscow to basically look at this and say this exact word, like, so she cut her up, there's nobody's fault. Then literally we cut to somebody, a fat woman sitting on the table watching the news and she says the exact same line.
Yeah.
So literally, either this guy is fucking psychic, or the writing literally says to him, "Yeah, I know this is gonna make fucking stupid, but hey, let's just have him repeat the same line. Save space." Oh,
it was supposed to be a callback. They were trying to be clever, and failing.
It's not a callback because he says it, then they say the same fucking line in the next scene. How's that a callback?
It's supposed to remind you. Now he's the boss.
We don't see him for the rest of the movie!
And then
we see him for 10 minutes! Then he goes away!
Then he gets struck by lightning and nothing is left but his robe.
Oh yeah, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? He gets struck by
he's like,
what, was he not blessed by the magic space cow? Because Micah got struck by lightning.
The magic space cow is displeased.
Like, and he's not even leaving a corpse. He's just gone.
He's just gone. No pants. Nothing. No little pile of ashes. Just a hoodie. And like, he's like, this is how it happens. He's like, well, this guy is kind of defeating all of our brands. I'm just gonna go step outside for a moment.
Wham!
And then he's dead. Yeah. And that's it.
Bitch, you're dead! Bitch, you're fucking dead! The giant space cow willed that your life be ended that day!
Alright, I'm not gonna say this movie was good, but here's what I took away from it.
No, don't sugarcoat
this! No, just let me say it, The point of the movie was to say, yeah, branding is cool and all. Branding puts desires in the minds of the people, but nowadays there are so many brands that there's no room. So he gets this idea to start attacking
He works in advertising. That's his fucking job. Why is he trying to ruin himself?
He's not trying to ruin himself. He's trying to ruin he's a consultant. He's trying to ruin other businesses.
Consulting my ass.
No. That's why he's trying to go to other businesses and he's telling them to create, advertising plans that say, well, this product will hurt you, to get rid of a desire and make room. That was the idea. But it was delivered so stupidly! It was delivered with fucking monster attacks! And the worst part is, this idea was communicated in the span of about, I don't know, 15 minutes, which creates another hour and 45 minutes of nothing! This idea was so simple! I explained it to you! There's only so much room in your head, there's only so much room in your head for things that you want, and in order for advertisers to do it, they have to attack other brands. And that's the idea.
Wait.
I explained that to you in 30 seconds.
Wait, did you forget that really funny scene with the fat kid? Oh, by the way, Mike has a kid with the fuck buddy.
Yeah.
And he's a fat little fucker too.
Yeah, everyone's fat.
fat.
Everyone's fat in the future.
Yeah, I'm fat too, but this kid was like, if he goes walking down the street and there were still skinny people around, one of them be playing a tuba.
Yeah.
No, here's the funny thing. The kid's finally warming up to Micah after about a 6-year absence where Micah went to become a fucking shepherd for cows. Because I don't think cows need a fucking shepherd, but I'm willing to give that the benefit of the doubt. But this is what the kid says. He says, "Goodbye, Daddy. Don't eat my hamburger."
And then he destroys the kitchen.
Yeah, then he fucking destroys the kid. Like, literally, the minute his wife and that kid walk out, this is what he does.
He stabs
a burger and he's like, "Oh, you think I'm gonna eat you? You think I'm gonna eat you? I'm not gonna eat you." And he throws it, starts destroying everything. He's destroying the kitchen. Then he comes to the epiphany. Honey, I'm not crazy. The brands made me do it.
Yeah, I'm seeing brands as manifested like it's Persona fucking 4.
I don't think anyone's gonna get that reference, but if you do,
whatever. I mean, and what I thought was really funny was like you know that scene where this one guy gets frustrated and he smashes up a room. Usually he does that when there's no one there, and you think there's no one there, but they're there. Like right after he's done smashing up the room, they just sort of pop and he's like, "What the fuck you doing?" I thought that was clever.
Clever?
Like,
no, it wasn't clever. It was basically like, Micah didn't look 3 feet to his left. That's what it was.
I think...
"Oh, hi, honey. I broke the kitchen. I destroyed all the food. I stabbed my son's burger. But hey, I need to go to a doctor." That was another scene that pissed me off.
You know what?
No. This pissed me off as well. The dude is mentally ill in his fuck buddy's mind. So basically what they say is, "Let's go to a doctor." Okay. Smart response. Here's what happens. He gets another psychotic episode, pushes her to the ground. She's not hurt. She's not broken.
He tries to help her up.
Yeah, he tries to help her up.
And she just kind of...
She leaves.
She just kind of fucks off.
Yeah,
she's gone for like 30 minutes.
Speaking of this movie, I want to get this out of the way. We got the trailers we had for this movie, and if you haven't realized what we're doing, this is actually an homage to Brad Jones, and anyone who's on Facebook watching this, go check him out. He does a lot of good shit.
Brad Jones, Cinema Snob.
Yeah, okay. Here's the trailers we got. We got Argo, which was actually a movie I thought was going to be pretty good. What else? 7 Psychopaths. Christopher Walken finally gets a good role again. Christopher Walken plays this dog napper whose job is to steal dogs in return for the reward money. Turns out he fucked up and stole from Woody Harrelson, who's a mobster and wants to kill him.
It looked a little bad. It looked a little weird, but I have to see the reviews later. Okay. I honestly don't know.
What else did we get? There was one movie that we were both like, "What the hell is this?"
Ah, damn it.
It's PG-13. I can't remember the rest. We got more. I'm just trying to remember what the fuck we watched. This movie made me so mad.
Well, we may as well spoil the ending. Basically, in the end, there's this 15-minute montage of brands attacking each other, which is on the poster, and you think that's what you're going to see for the majority of the movie, but no, the movie only really realizes what it's trying to do in the last 15 minutes. Really, you could have cut out about 90% of this movie and gotten your point across. You didn't have to make your main character a motherfucking shepherd. You didn't have to include all of this bullshit cow symbolism. You didn't have to include a love interest. Really, this story should have been a lot shorter, but they lengthened it because, honestly, it didn't take that long to communicate this message.
What message?
The message that you only have so much space in your head for brands.
Oh, that's what you took from this?
Yes.
You know what I took from this? This is basically some guy sitting in a bar somewhere drinking 15 beers, and his idiot friend takes up and says, "Hey, who do you think would win in a fight?
Oh, and
a dragon or Ronald McDonald?" That's what I took from this movie. Really?
Dragon versus Ronald McDonald.
That's what this movie is! It's shit fighting other shit. The Microsoft symbol is fighting the Apple and I swear to God, was because I won a bet. George was supposed to go see a children's movie. George was supposed to go see the Oogie Loves in the Big Balloon Adventure because I wanted to see him suffer. You know what? This movie's worse than that. At least with Oogie Loves, there's a reason why this shit does not make sense. In this movie, it's rated R. It sucks. The plot doesn't work. They make a stupid metaphor to a goddamn ritual. By the way, they're so cheap in this movie they can't even afford the likeness to Google. They have to use some
They call it Oople. They don't have the likeness to anything. They call, like, what do they call Microsoft?
Giant Soft.
Yeah, they call it Giant Soft.
Oh wait,
I'm sure they spent like 5 minutes thinking about this.
Oh yeah. Oh
like,
wait. What do they call Coca-Cola in this movie? Soda.
Brilliant.
Yeah, oh god. Oh, and speaking of which, if you're imagining this entire movie going to be a bunch of random shit fighting random shit,
you know what? Like, the last 15 minutes were so crammed. They could have lengthened the last 15 minutes. Because the last 15 minutes was where the show was finally realizing what the fuck it was about. Like, there were allusions to advertisement strewn across the movie, but it didn't really get to what it was about until the last bit. Honestly, I feel like the last 15 minutes should have been stretched out. Instead of taking the important part of the movie and turning it into a fucking montage, you take the rest of the movie, you compress it, and then you stretch out that part.
That's what I think about your stupid analysis.
What?
You really think they put that much effort into the plot in this thing? No. Fuck no. They didn't do that. I'll tell you right now.
I'm telling you, there was a creative idea around this, but it got fucked up in the execution.
They didn't even hire any fucking actors who were name brand. They couldn't even afford name brand actors. The only one they did was the grandpa from the Arrested Development, and I don't even remember who the fuck that guy's name is.
It was all competently shot and competently acted. But I'm not giving this movie a pass. All right? The direction of this movie was god awful.
Oh wait.
Speaking
of this movie in general, we had a theater of 8 people, like, give or take. I swear to God, this is true.
There were like 5 or 6 people.
5 or 6. The fuckers behind us were high as shit.
Really?
I'm dead serious. Those
were
fuckers were high as shit.
Holy shit, that must have been awesome.
Dude, it's fucking killing Ronald McDonald.
Holy shit, man. I'm watching like a green dragonfly kill Ronald McDonald, man. I'm seeing like a Ronald McDonald parasite, like, feed off of the neck of a little kid when he wants a cheeseburger, man. Man, this is awesome. Yeah, this is fun. Fuck you.
Fuck me.
God
damn it. I should have. I honestly should have done what they did. I would have enjoyed this movie 10 times better if I was on fucking LSD, because I'm pretty sure that's what the writers were on.
I'm telling you, this movie could have been made better. It can only be made better if you completely
It was made better. They made a movie there was a movie called Idiocracy. It was about...
This movie is Idiocracy! Holy shit, you're right! This movie reminds me of Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Look, from the running... It's got, like, the running narration, it's got the focus on name brands, it's got, people slowly getting stupider. It just focuses on the advertising aspect of it.
Yeah, well, except Idiocracy was actually funny.
Yeah, and, it had a cohesive narrative that didn't jump all over the fucking place.
That's another thing, really. In the whole movie, the reason that they're doing this is because when they first start out, they have to do it in third world countries. They go like Costa Rica, Mexico, Moscow.
I'm pretty sure Moscow isn't a third world country.
I'm pretty damn sure it's not either.
Considering, the very definition of world country, it should be second world, because first world countries... Like, I think that was invented during, like, the fear of communism at some point. I forget when. Like, I'm not gonna go through the definition.
Me neither. I'm so mad right now. I feel like I'm fucking defeated. Because I was totally prepared to see the Oogie Loves. I wasn't gonna enjoy the Oogie Loves. I thought they were...
What were you expecting Brandon to be?
You know what I expected Brandon to be?
What?
When I saw the trailer to this movie, the only thing I imagined it to be was some guy can see advertisement demons. Now, the whole second half of the movie I thought was going to be the whole movie.
That's what I wanted. That's what I was saying. Look, I'm telling you, if the entire movie was about advertising demons, this movie would have worked, but they shoved that all to the end. And they made it into a montage, and I felt like, no, I want to see him go through each individual company and work on their story individually as they work out this idea. Don't put in this stupid shepherd story. Don't put in all of this cow bullshit. Don't give us this generic love interest. Tell that story instead, because that was more interesting. That was what was on the poster.
Speaking of which, one of the driving forces behind this movie, besides the branding demons, is that idiot girl who gets caught in a fucking coma.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the ending of the movie. I'm just gonna say this because you guys are not gonna see this. If this movie lasts till the end of the month, I'm gonna be shocked. But here's the ending of the movie. The ending of the movie is Micah, or whatever the fuck, they say his name is like Mikhail or something, but it's like...
I don't know.
Alright, so, the end of the movie, Micah thinks to himself, brands are evil. I must pass a bill all over the fucking world to ban advertisement.
Because that makes fucking sense. That's completely possible.
No, and then he's talking to his wife on the phone and be like, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I thought the president of Russia would ban advertisements. And speaking of that, he's talking on his magic holographic phone, even though we never actually get a time period in this stupid thing. They're like, it's the early
but they all look exactly the same age. It's like no one ages, but you know, technology just progresses. Like this movie takes place over, I think, like 30 or 40 years. And no one looks a day older.
No, 6 years. That's how long the movie went. They actually said it 6 years later.
Really? Like I remember
from when Micah.
I remember Micah saying 10. Like I remember him saying 30 years ago I tried to put this one.
No, 20 years ago I got an innocent man killed. 10 years ago I put a bitch in a coma. 10 years ago I put a bitch in a fucking coma. He didn't. He did it! Unless he fucking went in there with gas and be like, go into a coma so I can make a lot of money on burgers.
He's talking about like the woman he put into a coma for the extreme cosmetics.
I don't fucking care.
This movie
the extreme cosmetic shit only lasts for 5 minutes. And the whole time, I swear to God, this is the truth, he never gets over it. In fact, at the very end, the bitch wakes up. 10 years later, the bitch wakes up, pulls off the IVs out of her fucking veins, and walks downstairs!
And there's no one in the streets! She just kind of walks outside, and there's absolutely no one outside in the streets. By the way, advertising is gone. There are no more billboards. It's illegal to advertise what brand of car you have. You know, like... Jaguar symbols are getting little Jaguar symbols and little things you put on the front of cars are getting melted down.
And they're bulldozing over billboards and everything, and I'm thinking to myself, Micah single-handedly put people out of jobs. They didn't... Look, Micah's fucking crazy. That's what I'm taking from this movie. Micah is on a one-man crusade to basically go and say, yeah, that shit's gonna kill me. I'm gonna blow that up with more advertisements.
The cosmetics thing should have happened, like, It
shouldn't have happened at all.
No.
That whole plot is fucking stupid.
It could have been made valuable if it happened in the middle of the story as Micah was destroying brands, as we saw all of the advertising demons. Here's my vision of the story. He was struck by lightning. You have a magic gift. All his life he's seen magic brands. So he uses his powers of advertising to start destroying brands. And then he gets so high off of this power that one day but he uses the power, but he starts using the power to make sure that advertising itself never gets destroyed, so that he always gets a job. So, and then halfway through it, he does this extreme cosmetics thing, and his actions get a woman killed, and he feels guilty about it. And then he spends the final third act of the movie, trying to destroy advertisement. That would have been okay. Honestly, that movie would have been better than what we saw.
I agree. I really do.
I fixed your fucking movie.
The worst part about all of this is, I've said this a lot about this movie, but please, I know we're not going to get a lot of people seeing this shit.
Let me turn on the air conditioning.
I know we're not going to get a lot of people to see this shit, but here's what I'm going to say. There's better movies. Idiocracy is a much better movie and does this whole brands make people stupid shit a lot better.
It's better because it has a coherent fucking plot.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Now I remember that other movie we saw.
What?
Brad Pitt and Killing Them Softly.
That's right.
Yeah, we walk in, we get Argo, Killing Them Softly, 7 Psychopaths, some PG-13 rated crap that I'm not going to go see, so it doesn't fucking matter. And then that was basically, and then we got a bunch of other trailers for shit that don't make any sense.
And that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Then that was the last sense of normality I had walking into this. And here's the thing. When he was killing that cow, were you not thinking the same thing I was, that this is going to lead up to some grand reveal or something?
Yeah, honestly, there was so much symbolism. That whole shepherd thing is just empty, pointless symbolism that adds up to nothing. All it does is further establish that he feels guilty about this, and it's supposed to give us some sort of explanation for why he's seeing all of this bullshit. Why he's seeing all of these magic brand demons. That should... But if you use my example and have the lightning bolt explain why he sees the brand demons, that would have made a lot more sense. You would have had...
Why was he struck by a lightning bolt in the first place?
Exactly! Why was he struck by a lightning bolt in the first place if it wasn't going to give him magic powers?
So, I guess... Do you have anything else to say about this? Because the whole movie is a bunch of stupid fat jokes. Oh wait, speaking of fat jokes, apparently halfway through the movie there's also a mysterious disease that's killing people.
Oh, remember the diaper commercial?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
There's a diaper commercial in this movie that says, diapers, they'll make your boy's skin dry. Then there's some woman rubbing a small baby's butt. And in the future it'll be like, and he'll never get off the homework. There's a pause, because he'll also be impotent. Diapers, dry and sterile.
And that's how they defeat one of the brands. They're defeating the diaper industry to create room for another industry. The whole movie is basically trying to explain why brands get attacked.
Okay, but then here's something that doesn't make any sense.
It's not well executed, okay?
No.
Like, I'm not defending this movie. Don't watch this movie. I'm not defending this movie. This movie could be so much better. Don't watch this movie. I'm serious. I'm just saying, it had a point buried in all that bullshit.
Okay, then let me
It's not worth it.
Alright, then let me ask you this. What happens when the new industries become like the old ones?
You destroy them too.
With what? He destroyed advertisement! That's his only weapon!
No, that was the point. That's what he was trying to add up to at the end. He was trying to make advertisement spin out of control to start revolution so that advertisement would get banned.
What?
He was trying to make advertisement spin out of control. And you see, that's another part of the magic fix. Like, I don't know how good of an idea this is, honestly. Like, but like in the beginning of the revised version of the script that I'm thinking of, he would be really slow about it. He would work with a company for a while. He would try to not mess with the status quo too much to get people too angry at advertisement. But then his game would get so massive that he'd kill a woman with the whole extreme cosmetics thing. And then, in the final act of the movie, he would let it spiral out of control. He would let advertisement kill itself. He would start revolution, and he would get it banned because at that point he learned that advertisement was evil.
Oh, what, you want me to add something to that? Because I can't at this point. I'm enraged.
It makes sense. Totally.
No, it doesn't. Nothing about this made sense. The guy talks to a cow. The cow hits him with a lightning bolt. The lightning bolt does nothing. He just got hit. We don't even know if that's the same fucking guy who got hit by a lightning bolt.
And why were there all of these investors on the Peloponnesian Islands? Because, you know, in the fast food industry, all of the members of the fast food industry collect together on the Peloponnesian Islands and nowhere else. and they talk evilly. Like maniacal motherfuckers. And it's never really explained how their influence works or how they're planning all this out.
You know,
until sort of the very end. I guess it's kind of explained, but not really.
Oh wait, you know what I was expecting? Gentlemen, now that we've all gathered here to my secret evil island of secret evil bad things, let us join in hands and make fat women fuckable by all men by removing the skinny bitch from the equation.
More cushion for the pushin'!
Exactly! Like, literally, I think this guy was like, hey, listen, baby, we're gonna make you fat as fuck. Well, why? Because I like fat chicks. This guy,
the little kid was wearing a t-shirt that said, I love fat chicks.
What other t-shirts could you make? There are no skinny bitches. You know what? I think I know who directed this movie now.
Who?
It's a fat bitch who went to college and couldn't find a date whatsoever because the skinny blonde,
she was an advertising major with a minor in film.
No. It was because a fat bitch went to college, the skinny blonde, big-chested bitch got up to the guy she loved and was like, I'm gonna make a movie where the fast food industry conspires to make the fat person the dominant race on Earth. And then but because I need another plot, I'm gonna have brands fucking killing each other.
This movie could have been so much better.
No, it couldn't! Stop saying that! It would never be better! Your version, this version, the version that exists in a parallel universe where I hope to God somebody's actually watching this and correcting it before they put it on a fucking screen. No! This movie is terrible! It will never be better! They're speaking Russian for half the movie, but he can speak perfect English! Why are you speaking Russian? You don't need to!
Because the invectors he's speaking to maybe only speak Russian.
Well, you know what? It doesn't fucking matter!
Yeah, it does.
Why? He works for an advertisement agency.
Well, the whole point of putting...
No, he works for an advertisement agency where everyone speaks English!
The purpose of Russia was to establish that Lenin invented advertisement.
You could do that in any fucking museum you wanted to! Why did you set the... You know, I'm not going to even get into that because it doesn't even warrant an explanation. I'm just going to say...
Look, Zach thinks there's not an idea behind this. Come on, autofocus. Come on. Zach thinks there's not an idea behind this. I think there's an idea behind this, but it just got poorly fucking executed. It could be better, but you'd have to completely gut the script in order to do it. Like, I think they called in a script doctor. Someone thought this movie didn't look right, and so they called in a script doctor, and they added a love interest, and then they had to create and then after doing that, they had to create an alternate explanation for what happened. So they used the whole sacrificing of the cow, and they created all this bullshit cow symbology, and it's so stupid.
You know, the whole time I thought Micah just wanted to fuck that cow, fuck a burger. I really did, because you really couldn't tell any other way. It literally was like Micah could just be a fucking fetish for cows and was secretly plowing one of them when he was a shepherd. Prove me wrong, people. Prove me wrong. Okay, so what? You got any final thoughts on this? Because I think I've said my piece about this.
Watch Idiocracy instead. Watch Idiocracy instead.
Watch anything! Go see Paranorman! Go see The Dark Knight! Go see Ted if it's still playing! Go see Brave! Go see... I'll even say go see the fucking Oogie Loves!
No, don't say that.
Okay, fine. Maybe not that far. But I will say that... Oh, wait. Premium Rush! Go see Premium Rush!
Premium Rush looks awesome.
Maybe we'll have to do another one of these.
Alright.
So, you know what? Fuck. Here's my final verdict.
Don't watch this.
Don't watch this movie. Don't even go look at the posters. I was looking on Rotten Tomatoes. This thing's got like a 40 or something. Whatever. I don't care. But... You know what? I thought from what I saw in the trailers that this would have been a much different movie. It's only the second half of the movie in trailers. So they don't actually tell you anything.
Yeah.
Even the creepy shit that they were supposed to talk about. Like the weird little demons that are coming off of people.
Honestly, it feels like it's edited like a comedy at times. I don't think this movie knows whether it's trying to be a comedy or a satire or what the fuck it's trying to be. If it's trying to be, you know, mystical.
Mystical...
I don't know. Like, I don't know if this movie is like, I don't know. At times it feels like, oh, it's supposed to be like a lighthearted Idiocracy comedy, and at other times it gets really fucking serious.
Where does it get serious? I never saw it get serious.
He slaughtered a cow.
Well, you know,
He slaughtered a cow. His car was blown up. Like it starts turning into this like political. It starts turning into this political thriller. I don't think it really knows what it wants to be.
well, whatever it is, it's over.
It sucks. I guess that's it.
Well, that's
I
it.
guess that's it for the. I guess that's it. Don't watch this movie. Watch
Please.
anything else.
Please, I don't even know if this is gonna reach anyone.
Don't
but
waste your time.
if for the people who are actually gonna watch this, which are probably gonna be like in 100.
There was like 5 people in the audience. Don't see it.
Yeah, there's 5 people. There are better movies. There are better movies who've done this before. Fast Food Inc. is like a satire.
I haven't seen Fast Food Inc.
Well, it's very sick, but it's a much better movie than this.
This movie was Fast Food Inc. in Russia, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what? Hell, if this is popular, give us some suggestions. I would love to do this again sometime.
All right. I guess that's it.
I guess so. So sign
All right.
off, people.
We'll see you later.
See ya.